Fireballs, floods, and FEMA. Just want to show you this real quick. This just came in 7 minutes ago. A magnitude 3.2 SoCal. 7.3. Over here, half hour ago, Afghanistan, Poland, and here, all around the same time. Indonesia, all within a half hour period. All four of those came in, and so just be ready for that. And then I was checking this out. I know everybody may already know this, but some don't, so here we go. New fireballs spotted in Midwest. I'll put links, but primarily it's what caught my eye about was the area here, and there's videos here. I'll put a link to this too. The best video that you can watch. It says not for broadcast, is 22 seconds. I'm just going to read this very carefully. Amen. This event has quickly become the American Meteorological Society's third most reported event of all time. Now, I'm putting a link here and highlighting that. Of all time. The Indiana event that occurred earlier in the morning attained the second place spot. But it's possibly, that should be possible, shouldn't it? But it's possible that title will not be held for very long. Hundreds of witnesses continue to report this event in Ohio. So in other words, it's just unheard of meteorological activity, and there's a lot of good info on here. And if you click on this map, which I'm not going to do because it takes a long time to render, it'll show you exactly how many people reported this and where. So when you come here, click on the red, the hot spot they call it, and you'll see the location, and you'll also see exactly how many people. Like for right here, 949 reports from Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, and Maryland. That's just in one day. So, there's the 7.3 again. So now on to this. Now this is very serious. So we have this to watch. We have this to watch. See if I can. Unbelievable. Now I had the news on because my wife's out of town for about another hour, just trying to get updates. It's kind of funny as I listen, I don't really watch it. I'm on here doing other things. Like right now I'm reading 1 Corinthians 14. Good read, you should read it. And I heard him talk about the Brigger. I'll tell you right here. I have a video on here. Right here, this video. FEMA sends me a red letter and a blue letter. Now, every single day, about 10 people come here and say that this is a scam and it's not from FEMA. Now, this is really why I'm making this video. I put it right in here that Obama, right in the description, I put a link to FEMA. But honestly, some people can't see the forest for the trees, or they can't see the truth when it's right in front of them. They don't even read the video description. They just say it's a scam. It's not a scam. Here's a link to when Obama updated the Biggert's Water Flood Insurance Reform Act of 2012, extending the National Flood Insurance Program's authority, keyword, through September 30th, 2017. So that's what, 4 years from now? Yeah, exactly. So they mentioned this act, the Biggert Waters Flood Insurance Reform Act, on the news, and they said that 9 states today, on September 28th, we're protesting FEMA for rate increases. Clearly confirming everything I mentioned in this video. And clearly why some people get it. And their eyes are open. That we are heading into some governmental FEMA, and there's some things that I really wish I could discuss that I know about certain 3-letter acronym agencies because of what I did for a living. That if I talk about it, they'll come arrest me. I'm not kidding you. It's 10 years. These non-disclosure agreements I've signed for certain locations that I see it. In other words, I work somewhere, without going into major detail, I worked at places doing armed protection and signed these agreements with 3-letter acronym agencies that I won't reveal what was inside them or the location. And then that was in 2003. Now here I am 10 years later, and I'm seeing the stuff that was supposed to be locked and safely kept because it was dangerous inside those locations throughout the United States are now out, causing people harm. See, now I didn't reveal the what or the where or anything. I didn't break my non-disclosure, but I wish one day. I'm not ready to go to jail for 10 years and have them come knock on my door. That's why I'm careful. So here, I just noticed this. Let's go check it out. This is kind of what they were talking about. There's a Stop FEMA Now Facebook page. I may be late to the party, but I didn't know that, and apparently a lot of people don't know either. Otherwise, I believe there'd be more likes on this. But what they want to do, it says right here, stop FEMA from forcing higher insurance rates. It's like a false flag. I'm here to tell you. Oh, here's the story right here. This is what's playing right now. Is this today? It is. Just go here. Facebook.com, Stop FEMA Now. This is the exact channel I was on. Really, there was nothing else on, and I'm just waiting for my wife, so. Wow. Talk about. So here's the event. Let me see. This is working out pretty good. That was an old rally. So today, there was another rally right here. Okay. Let's go to the Weather Channel, posted 9 hours ago. Skyrocketing. Today's date, right? Yes. This is the Weather Channel.
Some homeowners can expect to face devastating increases in flood insurance after October 1st, as federal subsidies end for many homes in high-risk areas. On picturesque Treasure Island on Florida's west coast, Colin and Joyce Elton are seeing their premiums rise from $1,482 to somewhere between $12,000 and $16,000 a year.
If nothing were to change, we have to look at the possibility of losing this house.
The changes come as the government is remapping flood zones while also trying to restore solvency to the National Flood Insurance Program. Insurance agent Lee Gorodetsky says with big losses from recent floods, he's not surprised the program needs to collect premiums that reflect the real cost of insurance.
We've seen so many floods now, Colorado, last year Hurricane Sandy, before that other parts of the country, and it's obvious that the FEMA program is bankrupt.
Florida is particularly vulnerable with heavy development along its 1,200 miles of coastline. Maps for some counties have not been updated, like Broward County, home to Fort Lauderdale. When they are, almost all will see rate increases, although for most it will be more gradual than the increase the Eltons are seeing.
Everyone's going to pay more for flood insurance. It's just a question of how much.
Congress passed the Biggert Waters Act last year to mandate that rates more closely match the true risk. But some in Congress are now calling for the law's implementation to be delayed. I'm Matt Sampson, the Weather Channel.
Was that not amazing that they mentioned October 1st? So from now on, when someone says that's just a scam, when you got a red letter and a blue letter, and or that the NFIP doesn't have anything to do with FEMA, and don't you think this is an odd name, like Bigger Waters by Maxine Waters, right here in California. And here's the NFIP. So from now on, when someone says that this wasn't FEMA, I'll just put a link to this video. We are heading in, and then I don't know if they're going to pass this budget or not. We're being played, you know. They're going to do whatever they want to do. The government, and I know some people don't like this, but the truth is the truth. The government is the one modifying the weather and creating some of these disasters. Like me, for instance, the flood insurance isn't required here, and yet they keep sending me letters to make sure I have insurance, but it's not mandatory. Things are going to start becoming mandatory that shouldn't be. And, you know, like Obamacare, I don't want his insurance with his name on. I don't care what they called it. I don't want mandatory anything on me. I was born free, and I want to go home. I don't want to be a part of no mandatory system. So let's check it out. Look at this. Everybody stay safe, because they're just coming in by the minute. Matthew 24 talks about all this. Revelation 13 talks about all this. We have meteors. Let's just rehash here. I'll put links. We have meteors, the third most reported event of all time. We have earthquakes unlike never before. And then we have FEMA setting up to a false flag, and the government has no money. They're saying, you know, that they will be broke on October 1st. Here's a news flash, okay? When you're 16 or 17 trillion dollars in debt, you're already broke. I mean, what part of that don't people get? It's all to show people. It's Agenda 21 in action. It's the government controlling your life, just like it says in the Bible. Whether you like it or not, that's what's happening. And yes, I am making another video. To the chagrin of many, I press on in my high calling, because God told me that the race is almost done, and those that believe in Him and have given their life to Jesus Christ will be soon free from this world, because He's going to come back and get us. You know why He promises it, and He can't lie. Look up.